Day 1 and Game 1 of 2020 Class A.
Good morning and welcome to Palm Field
MBA hosted here at Palm
in
Field.
St. Anthony. We have the State Class A baseball tournament. 2 games this morning. The 2020 Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association. Our first game today, St. Paul Hops and Stockmen's Irish going at it today. We should mention that our game is presented by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone, and by Wings Financial. We're for people like you. Pre-game meeting with the umpires and the 2 coaches at home plate. Let's get to the starting lineups for our game today, beginning with the St. Paul Hops, who are the visiting team in the green. They have a record of 16 wins and 6 losses this season, 2-2 here at the state tournament, which is why they are a third-place qualifier from their group. Leading off and playing second base, number 2, Ray Voss. Batting second and playing center field, number 4, Avery Libren. Batting third and playing first base, number 10, Jack Johnson. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, number 16, Noah Denny. Batting fifth and doing the catching, number 11, Owen Granger. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 3, Will Rogg. Batting seventh and the designated hitter today is Jay Zwak. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 21, Lucas Ammons. And batting ninth and playing left field, number 8, Jackson Bulow. Doing the pitching for the Hops today, number 23, Tommy Lentz. Starting lineup for Stockmen's Irish, who have been the irresistible force in this tournament. 4 wins in their group to win Group A going away. They are 17-2 on the season. Leading off, the second baseman, number 7, Colby Johnson. Batting second and playing short, number 2, Joe Silversmith. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 19, Brian Knight. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 17, Brody Paulson. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 6, Scott Finburg. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 18, Colin Baumgard. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 4, Eric Olheiser. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 3, Nick Deegan. And batting ninth and doing the catching, number 10, Sam Van Fleet. And doing the pitching for the Irish is number 11, Teddy Klingsporn. So those are the starting lineups for today's game. We remind you, be sure to visit townballmn.com and revisit the 2019 Emmy Award-nominated series Town Ball, Uniquely Minnesota, an 8-part series that looks at the very essence of the Minnesota amateur baseball scene. Log on to townballmn.com to download your favorite episode or the entire series. It'll be a perfect morning for baseball after the storms rolled through last night. 2 or 3 clouds off behind us to the north and west, but this morning just a lovely, lovely morning, 67 degrees. Wind is blowing out gently straight away center field here at Palm Field. It's 315 down the lines, 365 to the alleys, and about 380 to center. There is no sign indicator there. It's covered in ivy, so we can't tell you how long it is to the center field flagpole, but it would still be a pretty prodigious poke to get it out of here today. Teams have been introduced, and they are on the third base line, and their base lines, I should say. Time now for the national anthem.
ball.
All right. National anthem, and now we'll get our first game underway today in the round of 16 here in this tournament. We should mention to you that there are 3 classes being played at this tournament, Class A, B, and C, which are generally geographical in nature. If you picture the state of Minnesota in a series of concentric circles, this is the inner ring, Class A, which is the metro area, and the teams basically within the 494-694 loop. There are 30 of them entered in this tournament, and we're down to the final 16 beginning this morning. As you look at Stockmen, Irish pitcher Teddy Klingsporn, left-handed pitcher. Class B would be the next circle outward from the metro, and then Class C would be the greater Minnesota teams going at it. We'll have all of those games for you here on Prep Spotlight TV. I'll be right back here next week, next Sunday, for the championship, semis and the championship in Class A. Jeff Pappas, my name. Glad to have you along here on Prep Spotlight this morning. Throw down to second base from Van Fleet, and we'll get this game underway. Here's Ray Voss to lead off for the St. Paul Hops, the second baseman.
Once again on the mound.
Where's number 2?
Irish, the number 11, Teddy Klingsporn. And leading off for the Hops.
And here's Voss
Second
to
base,
get us
number
started.
2, Ray Voss.
Right-handed batter. Finburg will come into the edge of the grass at third base. Just in case. It's 10 o'clock on the nose. We are underway. And there is a fastball catching the outside corner for strike 1 to Ray Voss. Libren is on deck, and Jack Johnson will follow on top of the first. Well, 1 is through there for strike 2. A live fastball from Klingsporn, and he's got Voss in an 0-2 hole. Here's the 0-2. Got him looking on the outside corner. So 3 pitches, and Ray Voss is caught looking for the first out in the top of the first. And here's Avery Libren, the center fielder.
With 1 away, center fielder for the Hops, number 4,
Hops,
Avery Libren.
2-2 in group play. They lost the middle 2 games of their pool play. Here's the pitch, lefty against lefty. It swung on and fouled back to the screen for strike 1 to Avery Libren. They won their opener against the Hamel Hawks 9-2, and then the last game 11-0 against the Minneapolis Merchants 2 nights ago. And here's the pitch. It's on the corner for strike 2. 5 pitches, 5 strikes from Klingsporn. Lefty ready, here he comes. That is a little bit low with a breaking pitch, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Their losses came in the middle, St. Paul's. They lost to the St. Paul Capitals 9-2 on the 7th, and then 9-5 to Bloomington. And there's a pitch sliced foul down the third base line out of play. Count will ride at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 9-5 loss to the Bloomington Bandits on August the 10th. They qualified still as the top third place team in these pools. There's a fastball that buzzed the tower for ball 2. Klingsporn ready, and here is his 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and he ran him up the ladder there, and Libren swung over it for the second out, second by strikeout. And here's Jack Johnson, the first baseman.
First baseman now for the Hops, number 10, Jack
So,
Johnson.
Nothing in play yet from the Hops here in the top of the first inning. Hops are making their first ever appearance at the state tournament. And here is the pitch. Johnson looks at a breaking ball on the corner for strike 1. Noah Denny is on deck, the cleanup hitter, if Johnson can reach and keep things going here in the first. Klingsporn working quickly. Breaking pitch is fouled back on a self-defense swing there to the screen, and it's 0-2 here. Klingsporn ready, and here's the 0-2. Swung on, and that is grounded towards short. Charging is Silversmith, and he goes on to first for the out, and Johnson is retired. And so are the Hops in the first inning. 1-2-3, nothing across. 1 half in the books. Hops, nothing. Stockman's Irish coming to bat here on Prep Spotlight TV. Tommy Lentz, number 23, right-handed pitcher, taking his warm-up tosses for the St. Paul Hops. He'll face Johnson, Silversmith, and Knight in the bottom of the first inning for Steelman's Irish. 17-2 on the season. Comparative veterans in this event. They have been here 15 times in the past. They are the 2011 champions. Most recent appearance was in 2015, champions of the Skyline League. In this COVID-shortened season, amateur baseball. But you know, if you follow it at all on social media, you know the passion with which these players and family members wanted to get back out on the field and play in light of all the emergency orders and dictates and whatnot from St. Paul. You guys just want to play ball, and they are out here doing so and at the state level. Here's Colby Johnson to lead off, second baseman. Right-handed batter wears number 7, and he will test Tommy Lentz here in the bottom of the first inning. Just underway, no score.
For the Irish, second baseman, number 7, Kelby Johnson.
Lentz ready. Here's the pitch. And a breaking pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Third baseman Rogg playing even with the bag at third base. Everybody else straight away, and here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Center fielder Libren is just over a couple of steps to pull in center. And here's the 2-0. Fastball catches the corner for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Silversmith waiting on deck, and it's Brian Knight here in the first inning. Lentz ready, and here's his 2-1. Upstairs with a fastball, 3 balls and a strike. Now ready, here's his windup and the 3-1 delivery. Swing and a miss at the ever-popular elevated fastball, and the string is out. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Colby Johnson. (3-2). Just off the plate, ball 4. A leadoff walk for Colby Johnson. In the bottom of the first for the Irish, it'll bring up Joe Silversmith, the shortstop.
Number 2, Joe Silversmith.
Right-handed batter wearing number 2, and he looks down for the sign from Todd Klingsborn, the head coach here. The Irish. Johnson will get his lead at first base. Here's the pitch. Fastball in. 1 ball and no strikes. So Lentz looking to find the plate here. He's missed with 5 of his first 7. Johnson gets his lead. There he goes. Pitches a strike. Throw is going to be in the dirt and not in time. So a strike called to Silversmith for 1-1 and a stolen base for Colby Johnson. So a runner at second base. Nobody out in the bottom of the first for the Irish. And a 1-1 count. So a runner in scoring position here. Lentz needs to bend his back and get out of this inning. Here's the pitch, and that is inside. 2 balls and a strike. Trying to find the zone a little bit here as Johnson gets his lead from second base. There he goes. Pitch is swung on and fouled away. They had a hit and run going, and he fouled it back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I got good speed on with Johnson, it appears, and trying to get him ramped up here in the last half of the first inning. Lentz looks in. (2-2). And must have been up. That was caught plenty of plate, but it was called high, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So full count to Silversmith. So Lentz ready, and here is the 3-ball, 2-strike pitch. Fastball is hit in the air to right field. Long run for Ammons, and it's going to fall. It's going to roll to the fence around third. Johnson will score. Silversmith will pull in at second with a stand-up double, and the Irish grab a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. RBI double for Silversmith. Here's Brian Knight, the designated hitter.
Designated hitter now for the Irish, number 19.
Left-handed batter, and the Irish breakthrough in the first inning. Lentz now working to the number 3 man. Slightly open stance at the plate for the designated hitter. And we're going to get time called at the plate here. Lentz ready. Here's the pitch. And breaking pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Paulson is on deck. Ready, and here is the pitch. 1-0 is swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Good location on that pitch, too. Working the outer half there. Now, Knight moves in a couple inches. One. Swing and a miss. Threw a fastball past him. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Joe Silversmith gets his lead at second base, having doubled in the first run of the game. 1-2 tonight. Didn't mean to, and fouled it back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Count rides to Brian Knight. The wind has ceased now. During the warm-ups, it was blowing straight out to center field, and now the flagpole hanging limp. We just enjoy a pretty morning here in St. Anthony. Lentz ready. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, did he? No, he did not. And it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Knight held up in time, and got another shot at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out in the bottom of the first. Lentz comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes, and Knight is the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. First strikeout for Lentz, and that will bring up Brody Paulson, the first baseman.
First baseman.
Another left-handed batter for
Brody Paulson.
Stockmen's Irish. Kind of caught fire at the right moment here. They've been on fire all season, it's fair to say. They beat the Stillwater Loggers in their first game, which was a battle of 2 Skyline League teams on the 5th 6-3 win to get them started. Here's a pitch to Paulson. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down, and it's better stuff from Lentz. 1 strike. And they defeated Baseball 365 on August 7th, 16-11. Then the Northwest Orioles on August the 10th, a 5-3 score. And then KF Diesel on August 11th, a 7-4 win. So they have run the table so far and are 17-2 on the season. Lentz 0-1. Runner goes, and it fouled back to the screen. And it's 2 strikes to Paulson. Now the wind has come back a little bit. The center field flagpole still hanging limp, but it's a nice breeze behind the plate, which is good because that's where I'm sitting. And it's always nice to be a little comfortable after some of the games we did at Northwestern in the St. Paul Saints series. A little cool breeze is nice. And here's the pitch. That's outside with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scott Finburg waiting on deck. One out. Runner at second base here in the bottom half of the first inning for Stockmen's Irish. Wide open stance now for Paulson. Here's Lentz. Swing and a miss and a sweeping breaking ball for the second out and the second strikeout in the first inning. And here's Finburg, the third baseman.
Finburg.
Silversmith still at second base after his RBI double. Settling down a little bit now, and here's the pitch. He starts him with a fastball that's up. 1 ball and no strikes. Already at 23 pitches, though, in the first inning. After a leadoff walk, he has been 2 balls or better on every batter to this point, including a couple of 3 and 2s. And here's the pitch. Misses upstairs with a breaking pitch, and it's 2-0. Baumgart is waiting on deck if Finburg is able to keep the inning alive. Well, Lentz looks in, and here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's pop foul out of play. Over the plate, over the screen, and back towards the softball fields. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lentz looks in. Midside goes off the glove of the catcher, Granger, and will go back to the screen. That's a pass ball. And it moves the runner up, Silversmith, 90 feet, and Finburg now has a runner at third base with 2 outs. Lentz ready. And he is upstairs with a fastball for ball 4, his second walk of the inning. And it'll bring up Colin Baumgart, the left fielder.
Left fielder now, number 18, Colin Baumgart.
So 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Tommy Lentz. At the corners now for Stockmen's Irish. Here's the pitch. Baumgart takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Lentz turns the ball around behind his back, and runners get their lead. Here is the pitch, and that is off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to Baumgart. Olheiser, the right fielder, is on deck. He would be the 7th man to bat in this inning if Baumgart can reach. Two and 0. That is a strike called on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lentz, after a walk and double, struck out the next 2, but then came back with a walk and is now behind the Baumgart here in the first inning. Here's the 2-1. Poke foul over the screen and out of play. So it's 2-2 to Baumgart. Left fielder, where's number 18? Stands deep in the box here with 2 strikes. Lentz ready, and here's his pitch. Fastball is hit in the air to center field. Over to his left is Libran. He's got it measured. He reaches up, and he makes the catch in center field to retire Baumgart on the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. And it played 1 inning, and it is 1-0 for the Irish here on Prep Spotlight TV.
But don't let that get you down. No concessions are open. Shortstop number 6.
Second inning.
Noah Dean.
And it's a 4, 5, and 6 part of the order due to face Klingsporn. Noah Denny, the shortstop, leads it off. Here's the left-hander's pitch, swung on and hit high in the air to right center field. Deegan over, Holheiser over, right fielder makes the call and the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out as Denny flies to right, and that starts off the second inning, and it brings up Owen Granger, the catcher.
With 1 away now, the catcher, number 11, Owen Granger.
Klingsporn needed only 12 pitches to get through the first inning, striking out 2. And he gets Denny on the first pitch here in the second inning, so he's around the plate. Here is the pitch. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Klingsporn now with 14 pitches, 12 strikes. So he's been around the plate and economizing now. Ready, and here is the pitch. Slow curve. That's through there for a strike. 0-2 to Owen Granger. Ready, and here's the 0-2. And that is on the inside corner, and he caught Granger looking. Third strikeout for Klingsporn, and it'll...
Third baseman now for the Hops, number 3, Will Rogg.
Bring up Will Rogg, the third baseman. Granger snaps his bat in frustration as he goes back to the dugout, and now it's two out, nobody on here in the top of the second inning, and there is a breaking pitch up for a rare miss from Klingsporn. 1 ball and no strikes. Jay Zwock, the designated hitter, is on deck. Here's the pitch. There's fastball up, 2 balls and no strikes. Klingsporn working quickly now. He's got his sign, and here's a 2-0. There's a fastball over for a strike, 2 and 1. Zwock on deck. All games in the Class A, B, and C, Sweet 16 and beyond here on Prep Spotlight TV. And there's a pitch up. I had the count wrong, and Rogg draws a walk. So a 2-out walk.
Designated hitter now, number 22, Jay Zwock.
And here is Jay Zwock, the designated hitter. First base runner for the Hops, who trail 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. Klingsporn works out of the set for the first time, and here's his pitch, and he misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Lucas Ammons, the right fielder, is on deck. If Rogg can keep things going here in the top half of the second, he's got an open stance. Right-handed batter as Rogg takes his lead. Swing and a miss at the fastball. And that evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 out, 1 on here in the top half of inning number 2. Rogg gets his lead from first. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Klingsporn is around the plate. He is difficult to hit. If this body of work is any indication, and one would suspect that it is, for a team that's won 17 out of 19, Klingsporn to the belt, and here Now to the set, and here's the pitch. 1-2 is inside one of the call, didn't get it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rod gets his lead. Here's the 2-2. On the corner, inside corner, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Lentz. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left, inning and a half. 1-0. Irish coming up here on Prep Spotlight TV. Back at Palm Field in St. Anthony. Bottom half of the 2nd inning as Stockmen's Irish have a 1-0 lead here in the first game of the Sweet 16 Class A Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament. Minnesota Baseball Association is proud to present the 2020 state tournaments. Follow along on their website at mnbaseball.org or join the Twitter feed at MinBaseball.
Right fielder number 4, Eric Olheiser.
Here's Olheiser, 7, 8, 9 due up in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Olheiser, the right fielder. And Lentz starts him with a fastball over for a strike. 0-1. Deegan is on deck. Van Fleet will follow here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. There's a pitch low and away to Olheiser, and it's 1-1. Here comes Lentz well outside there with a fastball, 2-1. When it's 2 strikeouts, 2 walks in the first inning, 32 pitches in the first inning and 16 strikes. Here is the pitch. There's fastball in the dirt, and it's 3-1 to Olheiser. Lentz ready, and here he comes. That is strike 2 called, and Olheiser had a foot out of the box, headed towards first base. And the umpire called him back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff. Swing and a foul right off the end of the bat at the plate. And the count rides at 3-2. Lentz ready. And the payoff. Swung on and grounded to third. Rogg to his right, throws across and gets him. 5-3 the play, first out of the inning, and here's Deegan, the center fielder.
Center fielder
wearing
now,
number 3.
Nick Deegan.
As the Irish look to expand on a 1-0 advantage. Lentz ready, and here he comes. That's a bunt. That's a good one to the third base side. Rogg charges, but he'll have no play. Infield hit for Deegan. Bunt single. And it'll bring up the catcher, Sam Van Fleet, number 9 man in the order for this
Catcher
Stockmen's
now,
Irish
number
team.
10, Sam Van Fleet.
Caught the third baseman playing a little bit deep and then dragged a bunt between Rogg and Lentz and reaches with the Irish's 2nd hit of the day. Here's the pitch. That's a strike called, fastball right through there. 0-1. Lentz looks over at Deegan at first base. Modest lead. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2 to Van Fleet. Lentz ready now. Comes set, and the pitch is swung on and sliced foul over the screen on the third base side and out of play. Glad to see Palm Field as an organist. You don't always see that. 1-2, here's the pitch, runner goes, and it's fouled back to the screen. Excuse me, 0-2, I should say, to Van Fleet. Lentz trying to get ahead of things here in the bottom half of the second inning, and here is the pitch to him. Swung on and hit right up the chute. Foul on the third base side. Rogg drifting into foul ground, and he leans back and makes the catch. Or did he? No, he did not. The ball fell. No choice there. Call an error and a drop foul. Pop, and still 0-2 though. Lentz ready. Now he has to step off. Van Fleet hanging in there. Breaking pitch is fouled straight back. So Lentz has had Van Fleet 2 strikes for 4 pitches now and hasn't been able to put him away, but now another shot at that elusive third strike. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the second. The 0-2. Did he? No, he did not. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. He offered at the pitch, but did not come through the zone, according to the umpires, and it is a ball and 2 strikes. Lentz ready. 1-2, swing and a miss, and he finally puts Van Fleet down. Swinging strikeout. That is strikeout number 3 for Lentz, and that'll flip the order. And here's Colby Johnson.
Kelby Johnson
Walked, stole second, and scored ahead of Silversmith's double in the first inning. No plate appearance, but the only run of the game. 2 outs, and Deegan is at first base for Stockman's Irish. And he leans him back with a fastball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Silversmith on deck here. Bottom half of the second inning. Round of 16, first game here on the Class A State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Deegan dances off first base and he makes the pitcher step off. Lentz caught him out of the corner of his eye. Now comes set. There's a strike called to Colby Johnson. Good long look at the third base coaching box. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. There's the throw down to second base, and it's going to be not in time, and a stolen base for Deegan. Colby Johnson swung to protect the runner, and it's strike 2 now to him. 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the second inning. So Lentz, again, 1 pitch from getting off the field here, but another runner in scoring position for Stockman's Irish in the bottom of the second inning. And again, Lentz steps off as Deegan dancing around off second base. Lentz works. Swung on and grounded right back to him. Past the pitcher. And Voss to his right will have no play. That'll be an infield single, and Lentz frustrated with himself there. The grounder came right back to him. Infield single there as stabbed his glove down but could not make a play.
Shortstop number 2, Joe Silversmith.
And here's Silversmith. The shortstop double to right his first time up. Now runners at the corners with 2 out in the bottom of the second inning. And Lentz perhaps thinking he could have done better for himself there on that play. Just unable to come up with the ball. Pitch. Fastball down. 1 ball and no strikes. Lentz already with an elevated pitch count. He's over 50. He's at 53 pitches now. On the bottom of the second inning. Lentz ready. Runner from first goes. The pitch is upstairs and they let him go, and Johnson will steal his second base of the day. 2 balls and no strikes to Silversmith. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Lentz ready, and here he comes. Outside and goes back to the screen. Runner will hold at third, and there's not much room between the backstop and home plate here at Palm Field. So the carry came straight back to Granger, and the runner at third base, Deegan, unable to advance. 3 balls and no strikes to Silversmith. Here comes Lentz, and he's upstairs. Ball 4. Silversmith walks, and they're loaded for Knight. Third walk for Lentz.
Number 19, Brian Knight.
Knight struck out swinging his first time up. Bottom half of the second inning, Irish with a chance to add on to a 1-0 advantage. Lentz starts him with a fastball, fouled back off the mask of Granger to the screen. Strike 1. Catcher takes his helmet off and shakes that one off as trying to figure out how to help his pitcher get off the field here in the bottom of the second inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 strike to Brian Knight. Now Lentz sets. Here he comes. Back to the screen again, and that one caroms almost all the way out to the pitcher's mound, and everyone will hold their bases, but Knight takes ball 1. And there is activity down the right field line. Can't see a number facing me, unfortunately, and here's the pitch. That is up. Fastball, 2 balls and a strike to Knight. Paulson is on deck. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Knight. Bromley warming up in the bullpen for the Hops. Brock Bromley, or his number 19. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the bottom of inning number 2. Here's Lentz. Fastball. Bounces in the dirt, and the count is fun. They got the runner at third, hung up. And they're going to get 2 runners on third base. No, they're going to make the tag. It'll be a caught stealing. 2-5, 2-6. And that retires the side in the second inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We played 2, and it's 1-0 Irish here on Prep Spotlight TV.
Stockmen's Irish 1.
All right, 2-5, 2-6, the scoring on the caught stealing as they caught the runner third base, Deegan leaning.
Third for the Hops.
We're going out of the third inning.
Right fielder number 21, Lucas Ammons.
And here's Ammons, the number 8 man in the batting order against Teddy Klingsborn, who's thrown just 26 pitches through 2 innings. 18 strikes. He's got a 1-0 lead here in the third. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1 for Ammons. Bulow on deck, and Voss will follow as St. Paul Hops will flip the order for the first time in the game. Klingsborn ready. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Now Klingsborn ready, working quickly 0-2, and that's fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. Umpire's still happy with the condition of that baseball, so we'll put it in his pocket. 2 strikes to Ammons. Klingsborn works. Big breaking ball, misses up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hops have had 1 base runner. 2 out walked a Rog in the second inning, and there's a high foul ball down the right field side. There's a play for Olheiser as he goes over to the bullpen, and then he slipped on the mound, and he did not come up with the catch down the right field line. So the count rides at 1 ball and 2 strikes. It would have been a tough play. So Ammons still in a 1-2 hole here in the top half of the third, first of 2 games today. Now Klingsborn puts one in the dirt, tried to get him to fish for it. Ammons wouldn't bite. 2 balls and 2 strikes. St. Louis Park in our second game will take on Lions Pub Warriors, and there's another foul back to the screen. So Ammons hanging tough here against Klingsborn in the top half of the third inning. Despite it all, they only trail 1-0, so there's another foul back. Klingsborn ready. Here's the left-hander's pitch. Got him. Looking on the inside corner. Ammons retired. Strikeout number 5 for Teddy Klingsborn, and here is Jackson Bulow.
Number 8, Jackson Bulow.
Klingsborn has looked sharp here. Here's the pitch. Starts him with a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Ready to go, Klingsborn again, and that is swung on and missed for strike 2 for Bulow. Ready to go, 0-2. There's strike 3. Little slider that caught Bulow looking and locked him up.
Top of the order.
Strikeout number 6.
Hops, second baseman.
And here's Voss, the leadoff hitter. He struck out looking in the first inning, so 6 strikeouts for Klingsborn, 1 swinging. Here's the pitch. Fouled at the plate for strike 1. He's got 5 backwards Ks in the book through 2 2/3 innings. Voss trying to get something started here. Libren is on deck if Voss is able to get on board. Now ready, here's the pitch, and that is a little bit up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Klingsborn working quickly, swung on and sliced foul on the first base side and out of play. 1-2 to Voss. Klingsborn ready, and here he comes 0-2. Swung on and grounded to the first base side. Short hop taken there by Paulson, and he drops it, and he is safe. Chopped it right at Paulson, who thought he made the tag. And the runner with a lovely hook slide into first base away from the tag. Voss reaches.
Center fielder now, number 4,
and it'll bring up
Lieber.
Avery Liebren, the center fielder, and he takes a strike called. 1 strike. Error charged to Paulson on that play, so that's a base runner. And that's what the Hops need. Here's the pitch. That's a strike called in the outside corner. 0-2 to Avery Liebren. Lefty against lefty, and there's a pitch grounded foul on the third base side. A squirted one off the end of the bat. Still 0-2. Klingsporn ready. That's well outside. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jack Johnson is on deck, the first baseman for Ops. Klingsporn works, and there's a called third strike. So Liebren is caught looking, and Klingsporn strikes out the side in the third inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. 2.5, and it's Stockmen Irish 1. St. Paul Hops nothing here on Prep Spotlight TV. Pitching change here at Palm Field.
On the mound for the
Brock
Hops,
Bromley, number 19, relieving Tommy Lentz.
And leading off for
And it'll
Irish,
be
number
for
19,
the Irish.
designated hitter,
Brian Knight will resume his at-bat. He was at the plate when Deegan was caught off third base. Right-handed pitcher ready, and here he comes. And he misses with a breaking pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The book on Lentz. 2 runs. 1 run, it was earned. 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 61 pitches, 33 strikes. And here is the first slice to short. Broke the bat. And a throw on to first is in time to get the runner by a step. Denny retires Knight. And Bromley breaks a bat.
With 1 away.
And that will bring up Brody Paulson, struck out swinging in the first inning. So 0 for 1. Bromley ready, and here he comes. Misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Bromley ready, and he works kind of a little 3/4 there, and he catches the corner with a breaking pitch. Dropped the arm angle down and got a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Bromley ready, and here he comes. That is swung on and sliced foul on the third base side out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Finburg is on deck. It's the 3-4-5 part of the order for the Irish in the last half of the third inning. One nothing the score. Bromley ready, and here he comes 1-2. Big breaking ball, caught him looking. Paulson is struck out for the second time. And the first strikeout for Bromley. 2 out, nobody on. And here's Finburg, who walked in the first inning and was left stranded there. No appearances officially at the plate, and now here's the pitch. Strike called to Finburg. Now the 0-1 swung on, and that is hit in the air to left field. Bulow started back, now comes in and makes the catch, and Finburg is retired. And a quiet inning for Bromley, 1-2-3-0 across. We played 3, and it is the Stockmen's Irish 1, St. Paul Hops nothing here on Prep Spotlight TV. Top of the fourth here at Palm Field in St. Anthony. Lovely field this is, as the St. Paul Hops have to figure out a way to do something with
number 10,
Teddy Klingsporn, who has struck out 7 of them, of the 9 outs recorded here in the third inning. Through 3 innings, I should say. 47 pitches, 35 strikes for Klingsporn. Lefty-lefty matchup to start us off here in the fourth. And that's a little bit up with a fastball to Johnson, who grounded to short in the first inning. Now the pitch. That is up and perhaps a little bit away with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes to Johnson. Klingsporn has struck out 7 and walked 1 through 3 innings. And there's a fastball up, 3 balls and no strikes to Johnson. Now, Klingsporn behind in the count. One of the rare times we've seen that this morning. And there's a pitch popped straight up the chute, and it's going to get out of play. Behind the plate, 3 balls and a strike. So they turned him loose on 3-0. And Johnson peeled one straight back. Here's the 3-0, 3-1 I should say. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. String is out now to Jack Johnson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Klingsporn ready, and the left-hander works. And he missed outside, ball 4, and Johnson is aboard. Second walk for Klingsporn, and here is Noah Denny, the shortstop, flew out to right field in the second inning and is 0 for 1. Leadoff base runner for the Hops. That's the first time that's happened today. And here's Klingsporn. That's in the dirt and low. Ball 1 to Denny. Granger is on deck. No runs, no hits for the Hops. 1 run and 3 hits for the Irish. Here's a 1-0. There's a strike called on a breaking ball. Right over the middle of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Klingsporn comes set. And that gets away from the catcher, and it's going to move up Johnson 90 feet on a pass ball. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Denny. And the first time today, the Hops have a runner in scoring position. Runner at second base. 2 balls and a strike to Denny. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Late on the fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Klingsborn looks in. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Denny goes down swinging. 8th strikeout for Klingsborn, and here is Granger.
Batting now for the Hops, catcher number 11, Owen Granger.
Rog is waiting on deck now for the Hops. Runner at second base, 1 out in the top of the 4th. Only a 1-0 game. Klingsborn taking his time now with a runner at second base. Works to Granger, and it's chopped to the mound. Klingsborn is up with it, and he goes on to first for the out. Johnson takes third. Granger retired 1-3, and it will bring up Rog, the third baseman. Walked his first time up.
Third baseman now, number 3, Will Raj.
So the tying run 90 feet away for the Hops in the 4th inning. Klingsborn ready. Here he comes. Late on the fastball. Strike 1, sort of a half swing there, but it cost Will Raj, and it's strike 1. Klingsborn ready. Here he comes. That is low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Zwack moves on deck, the designated hitter for the Hops. And there's a high fly ball to short center field. And Deegan has it measured, and he makes the catch. So Raj retired on a fly out to center field. They got a runner as far as third base, but don't score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 3.5. It is 1-0 Irish here on Prep Spotlight TV. Bottom of the 4th inning. Irish will send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate. Baumgart, Olheiser, and Deegan are due up. And Todd Klingsborn called his team onto the field for a little huddle. Just outside on the grass right in front of the dugout last inning. And we'll see if he had words of wisdom to impart, one would assume. And here is the first pitch to Baumgart, who lined out to center his first time up. And there is ball away from Brock Bromley. 8 pitches in the 3rd inning, 6 strikes. Got his team off the field and back to the plate. Now the 1-0. Big breaking ball. Boy, that dropped over the corner. 1 strike. Bromley ready. Works 1-1, and that's swung on and rolled towards short. Denny will gun it on to first base in time to retire Baumgart. 6-3 the play, and there's 1 out here in the 4th inning. Eric Olheiser, the right fielder, bounced to third base his first time up. Be sure to visit townballmn.com and revisit the 2019 Emmy Award-nominated series Townball, Uniquely Minnesota, an 8-part series that looks at the very essence of the Minnesota amateur baseball scene. Log on to townballmn.com to download your favorite episode or the whole series. Bromley ready. A little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. I mentioned Olheiser rolled out in the 2nd inning to the third baseman. 3 hits in the game for the Irish. Here's the pitch. Again, it drops down that arm angle and floats one over for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking pitch over for strike 2. Bromley is finding the plate, and he's finding it in a number of different ways. Fastball, breaking pitch. Have a 3/4, and then he'll drop the arm down, almost a sidearm angle slot, and he hits the batter there. And Olheiser will take his base.
Center fielder now, number 3, Nick Deegan.
And here's Deegan, the center fielder, singled, bunted actually in the second inning for a base hit, stole second, and then was the fellow caught trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt that ended the second inning. So Deegan officially with a caught stealing there. Olheiser with his lead at first base, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Yeah, that's a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Van Fleet is on deck. Bromley comes set and catches the outside corner. 1-1. Deegan with the shamrock just over his uniform number, as all the Irish do. A little bit of an open stance. They got him played around towards right center field a little bit here, and this time the third baseman, Raj, is on the grass, or at the edge of the grass at third base. Now the pitch. Swung on and line into center field for a base hit. And around second and on his way to third is Olheiser. Strong throw, and it's not in time. So Deegan lines a single up the middle. He is 2 for 2. Olheiser to third, and it brings up Van Fleet. Runners at the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th for the Irish.
For the Irish now, the catcher, number 10, Sam Van Fleet.
Fourth hit of the day for the Irish. Bromley ready, and here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul down the first base line. Again, he dropped that arm angle down. It's almost a sidearm arm angle. And they had Van Fleet out in front of that one. 1 strike. And there's a fastball away, 1-1. Johnson is waiting on deck for the Irish to flip the order. Bromley comes set, and here's a pitch. Breaking pitch, a little bit inside. 2-1. Olheiser at third, Deegan at first. 1 out. Now they throw it, and they got him picked off. They'll run the runner towards second base. The tag is made. It's 1-3-6. Holding third is Olheiser. That's a pickoff, as Deegan was caught leaning the wrong way, not going, but a pickoff, and that's the second time he has been caught between bases in this game. So now it's 2 outs. Runner at third base for Van Fleet. 2 balls and a strike to the Stockmen's Irish catcher. Breaking pitch, low and away, 3-1. So the Hops are keeping their wits about them on the defensive side here. They've executed well in a couple of rundowns. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch over for a strike, and it's 3-2 to Van Fleet.
All right, Sam.
Number 9 man in the order. And the 3-2. He walked him. Van Fleet takes ball 4 in the dirt, and that's the first walk issued by Brock Bromley, and it'll bring up Johnson. Walked and scored in the first. Reached on an infield single, and the rule here is that you're allowed a courtesy runner for the catcher, but only when there's 2 outs. And that condition has been met, so there is a courtesy runner at first base for Van Fleet. the pitch on the corner. Strike one to Johnson. Courtesy runner is Andrew Gustafson at first base, 23. And the pitch. That caught the corner for strike two. So the rules also for this event are high school rules for re-entry, which we were joking before the game. If you really truly understand those, you're probably more of a fan than we are. And here's the breaking pitch that is up high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the high school designated hitter rules are being used as well in this event. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Throw to first. And Van Fleet back. Or not Van Fleet, excuse me, Gustafson, the courtesy runner. Bromley sets. And he stepped off and bluffed towards third, which is where Olheiser is standing with his lead in foul territory. The pitch outside. And it's 2-2. Well, the concession stand either has the grill going or the first base dugout is on fire. My guess is it is the former. A nice aggregation out here today, enjoying a lovely sunny summer morning, and there's a pop fly to the right side. Johnson coming into foul ground. The first baseman makes the catch, and Johnson is retired on a foul out to first base to retire the side. In the 4th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We have played 4. Stockman's Irish on top, 1-0 here on Prep Spotlight TV.
Stockman's Irish 1. Reminder to all fans.
A tall order ahead of him, bases loaded, and he's dealing with the cleanup hitter, Brody Paulson. For the Irish, we're trying to blow it open here. They have the 3-0 advantage.
Entering the game and on the mound at this time for the Hops, number 20, Bennett Thiessen. And for the Irish,
So here's Brody Paulson.
first baseman number 17,
Trying to put
Brody
the ball in
Paulson.
play. Struck out swinging in the first, looking in the third, swinging in the 5th. 0 for 3, but a chance to blow it wide open against the third pitcher of the day for the Hops. There's a fastball low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Finburg is on deck for the Irish. 3-0 in the 6th. Tyson ready, and here's the pitch. That is in the dirt, 2-0. Walk, strikeout, single, walk, error in the 6th inning so far for the Irish. Now the 2-0. Whoa, he reached back for something extra there. Put some special sauce on that one and threw it past Paulson for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Decent ready. Here he comes. 2-1. That is hit high in the air to right center field. Ammon's going back for it. It is off the fence. Gustafson scores. Silversmith scores. 2 runs score. It's going to be a single for Paulson, who's held to a long single at first base, but 2 more runs score, and it is 5-0 Irish.
Third baseman now, number 6, Scott Finburg.
So here is Finburg with runners at the corners, still in 2 out in the 6th inning, and it's a 5-0 game now for the Irish. And the pitch goes back to the screen. Runner taking off for second, and he will be allowed to advance unmolested. Paulson on a wild pitch. And that'll put runners at second and third now for Finburg. 1 ball and no strikes. Tyson ready, and here is the pitch. Swung on, that's hit high in the air to short center field. Liebren coming in, still coming. Makes the catch. And that retires the side. So Finburg flies out to center field.
Complete, we have scored the visiting
Stockman's Irish, 3 runs,
0,
2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. We have played 6. It's 5-0 here on Prep Spotlight TV. Top of 7 here in St. Anthony at Palm Field. 5-0. Stockman's Irish on top, and it's number 5 man Owen Granger at the plate, and he takes a breaking pitch over from Klingsporn. Strike 1, 86 pitches through 6 innings. He needed just 6 to get off the field last inning. And here is the 0-1. That's fouled straight back, 0-2 to Granger. Klingsporn, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit allowed in 6 innings. Super start for him. Now ready, and here he comes, 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's strikeout number 9, which is first since the 4th inning. Granger goes down on strikes, and here's Raj, the third baseman. Number 6 man, Zwack, the designated hitter, also due up here in the top of the 7th for St. Paul. He hops in a hole, 5-0. Here's a pitch swung on, and that is rolled towards short. Silversmith, and it's cut off by the third baseman Finburg. High throw, and he gets the tag down. And Raj is retired 5-3 on the first pitch. And that'll leave it up to Zwack, the designated hitter, caught looking in the second, grounded to second base in the 5th, 0-2.
Designated hitter now, number 22, Jay Zwack.
Finburg with a high throw, and Paulson, the first baseman, able to come down and make the tag. Klingsporn works on the corner for strike 1. Ammons is on deck in case Zwack is able to reach and keep the inning going. Klingsporn ready. Here's his pitch. Fouled, actually a foul tip at the plate into the glove of Van Fleet for 0-2. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And he needed 6 pitches in the 6th. And he only needs 7 here in the 7th. 7 pitches, all strikes. 6.5. It's 5-0, and it's stretch time here at Palm Field. I do like a good .com to download your favorite episode or the entire series. Stockman's Irish, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error.
Colin Baumgard.
And the Hops, no runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors in this game. And it's 6, 7, and 8 due up against Bennett Tyson. There's a pitch, and it is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Baumgart is 0 for 3. Line to center and bounced to short twice. And the pitch. Breaking ball over. For a strike called. Olheiser on deck. Dagan to follow here in the bottom of the 7th in a 5-0 contest. Tyson sets, swings on, and pop foul down the first base side. That is going to get out of play as Granger over for a look and sees he has no play. 1-2. Tommy Lentz started for the Hops, went 2 innings, had some control trouble, walked 3. Needed 61 pitches to get to the first 2 innings, and when it was taken out, there's the 1-2 pitch. That's upstairs with a fastball. 2-2. Brock Bromley on in relief, 3 2/3 innings. 3 runs scoring in the 6th inning for the Irish, all unearned. And so 4 runs, 1 earned, the official line for Bromley. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. 1-2 swung on and hit down the right field line. It's a long run for Ammons into foul ground, and he can't get there. And it lands for a foul ball. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lions Pub Warriors waiting for the second game here. They will play St. Louis Park in the second contest. We'll set up a new stream here and have 9 more innings for you here from Palm Field on a perfect summer afternoon. 2 balls and 2 strikes, to Baumgart. Tyson ready, and he missed low and away. And that runs out the string on Baumgart. Olheiser and Deegan do up. Now the pitch. Fastball low, he walked him. Leadoff walk for Baumgart. And that will bring up Olheiser, the right fielder, who is 0 for 1 today. Grounded to third base in the 2nd inning, hit by a pitch in the 4th, walked and scored in the 6th.
Right fielder number 4, Eric Olheiser.
So Baumgart, a leadoff base runner in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Irish. And here's the pitch. Half swing, cost him. Strike 1. Tyson comes to the belt. Here's a pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Had some tail on that pitch there. 2 strikes to Olheiser. See if Baumgart has anything going here. Tyson sets, and here's the 0-2. A pitch on the off the plate, and a little bit low. Let's try that in English. And it's ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Tyson against the right fielder, Olheiser. Here he comes. Hey, a lovely breaking ball. Catches the corner for strike 3. And Olheiser is retired. First strikeout for Tyson, and it brings up Nick Deegan.
Number 3, Nick Deegan.
2 for 3. Bunt single in the 2nd. Line single to center in the 4th. And then struck out swinging his last time up. 2 for 3. A pitch hit in the air to left field. Bulow coming in on it, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out there. And that will bring up Van Fleet, the catcher, who
with 2 away.
Is 1 for 3, struck out, actually 1 for 2, struck out, walked, and singled in the 6th inning as courtesy runner Gustafson scored ahead of the hit by Paulson. 2 outs, 1 runner on here in the bottom of the 7th, and the pitch is a fastball low, 1 ball and no strikes. For the number 9 man, Sam Van Fleet. Tyson sets, and here he comes, blowing in. 2-0. Stockmen's Irish have had hits in every inning except the 3rd in this game. And now here in the 7th with 2 outs. The pitch to Van Fleet, swung on, and that's hitting the air to left. Going back on it is Bulow, still going, still going, still going. It's off his glove, and that is going to bring Baumgard to third base. It's a long run and a double for Van Fleet. Even though the ball did pop out of his glove, it's an awfully long run for Bulow, and it's ordinary effort is the criteria for determining base hit versus error, and as a result, it's a double for Van Fleet, who is 2 for 3, and now here's Kelby Johnson, the top of the order. Johnson is 1 for 3. Reached on an infield single in the second inning, and his last 2 times up, he has fouled out to the first baseman. Here at second and third, 2 outs. Now the pitch. Bluffs bunt and takes a strike. Kelby Johnson wearing stirrups like God intended. Lovely to see. Have a chance here to drive in a couple in the 7th inning. In the pitch, swing and a miss late on the fastball, 0-2. Silversmith is on deck if Johnson can keep things going here in the home half of the 7th. Irish up 5-0. Time called at the absolute last moment. And he put a fastball right on the outside corner there at probably somewhat north of 85 miles an hour, I would expect.
All right, come on, Irish.
But the plate umpire had called time, and we'll reset. 2 strikes to Kelby Johnson. Now the pitch. Hey, swing and a miss, and they're going to have to throw him out as the pitch was in the dirt. There's the 2-3 recorded. Strikeout for Tyson. No runs, 1 hit.
Reminder once again.
No errors, and 2 runners left on base. We played 7 here. It's 5-0 Stockman's Irish on Prep Spotlight TV. We go to the 8th here in St. Anthony, and it's 5-0. Stockman's Irish over the St. Paul Hops. 8-9-1 coming up. Ammons, Bulow, and Voss.
St. Paul Hops.
Due up. Ammons struck out looking in the 3rd, walked in the 5th, 0 for 1. Teddy Klingsborn, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks today, and here's the pitch. And he is inside with that one. 1 ball and no strikes. Bulow on deck. Voss will follow. Hops have 1 hit in this game, and here's a pitch. A little bit low, 2 balls and no strikes. Was a single to lead off the 6th by Avery Liebren. He was thrown out trying to take second on the play, and here's the pitch on the way. Klingsborn, that's hitting the air to right center field. Deegan ranging over to his left, and he makes the catch to retire Ammons for the first out in the 8th. Here's Bulow, the left fielder, struck out looking in the 3rd, line to center in the 5th, 0 for 2. Well, the Hops are running out of outs, but they really haven't had a whole lot to really crow about against Klingsborn, who is now ahead 0-1 on Bulow. He's now at 97 pitches. Here's his 98th, and that's a strike, 0-2. 98 pitches, 68 strikes for Klingsborn, who's been all over the plate today. And here's the pitch. Half swing. Did he go? He did not. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 9 man who extended Klingsborn to 6 pitches his last time up. Taking pitch up, 2-2. 2 walks issued by Klingsborn. Not a lot in the way of hard hit balls either. He's done very well for himself. Here's his 100th pitch, and it's swung on and hit high in the air to right center field. Olheiser makes the catch. for the second out in the top of the 8th, and here's Voss. 0 for 3, struck out, reached on an error, and flew to right.
Second baseman number 2, Ray Voss.
Teddy Klingsporn ready, and here he comes. Swung on, and that's slice foul out of play on the first base side for strike 1. Liebran on deck if Voss is able to reach here in the Hops half of the 8th inning, and Teddy Klingsporn has been in command here for the Irish, and here's the pitch. Swung on, and that is rolled to short. Silversmith up with it on the first in time to retire Voss on the side in the 8th inning. 1-2-3, nothing across. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Irish 5, the Hops nothing here on Prep Spotlight TV. Bottom of 8 here at Palm Field in St. Anthony Village. And Bennett Tyson is on to start his second full inning of relief. He has gone 1 1/3 innings. And his team trails 5-0. He'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the Irish order. Silversmith, Knight, and Brody Paulson are due up. And we'll have a break between games, and then our second game, St. Louis Park, and Lions Pub Warriors ready to do battle in the second of our Sweet 16 games. Irish ran the table in their Group A, won all 4 of their games. Hops finished 2-2 in their group, in Group B. Here's Silversmith. Walked twice, doubled, and popped out to second base. So he's 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI.
Joe Silversmith.
Tyson ready, and here he comes. Starts him with a breaking ball. It's over for a strike. 23 pitches in an inning and a third for Tyson. He's thrown 14 strikes. Now ready. Ooh, just missed inside there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Silversmith, Knight, and Paulson due up in the 8th. Now the pitch, that's low and away. To Silversmith, 2-1, looking ahead to the 9th for the Hops. They have 2, 3, and 4 due up against Teddy Klingsporn, who has pitched himself quite a game. Here's the pitch, that's back to the screen, and it's 3-1. Klingsporn 103 pitches and 72 strikes. In 8 innings of 1-hit work, he struck out 10. Now the 3-1. Swung on and grounded into center field for a base hit for Silversmith, his second of the game. Leadoff runner for the Irish in the 8th, and here's Brian Knight, who is 0 for 3 with a run scored. Struck out, bounced to short, walked and scored, and reached on a ground ball error in the 6th inning that opened the floodgates for 3 runs for the Irish. Now he's got Silversmith at first base and nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch swung on and sliced foul out of play. Strike 1. Left-handed batter, Knight stands in. A little bit of an open stance. He moved up in the box from his last at-bat. Pitch to Tyson, and that is up, or from Tyson, I should say, is up for ball 1. 1-1. Silversmith being held by Johnson at first base. The chances of him stealing a base here would be unlikely in the 8th inning. Here's a pitch up high, 2-1. Not impossible, mind you, but unlikely. Tyson sets and works. That is on the corner for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we do have a relief pitcher warming up for the Irish in the bullpen. That's Joey Cardeman, 21. Will he get the 9th? Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed, foul tipped into the glove for strike 3, and Brian Knight is the first out of the 8th inning. Strikeout number 2 for Tyson, and here's Paulson, the first baseman. Struck out first 3 times and then ripped a long single to right center that scored 2 runs in the 6th inning, 1 for 4. And he's got Silversmith at first base and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Now the pitch. That gets back to the screen, and moving up 90 feet on a wild pitch is Silversmith. And the umpire has called catcher's interference. Or hit by the pitch. You say he was hit by the pitch? Okay. All right, hit by pitch. And that will move Silversmith up.
Now batting third baseman.
So we'll take off the wild pitch and we charge a hit batsman. Here's Finburg, who was 1 for 3, doubled in a run in the 5th, gone out twice and walked. So first and second, 1 out on a hit batsman. That's the second hit batsman in the game for Hops pitching. And the pitch. Runner goes to third, double clutch by the catcher. Throw down is not in time. He overslid the bag, and then he's thrown out. Granger double clutch, threw down to Raj, and then Silversmith overslid third base. So he said not impossible, but it happened. 2-5 caught stealing to Silversmith, and Finburg with 1 strike at the plate with Paulson at first base. So they do try to steal a base here and add 1 more run. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit on a line to left field, right at Bulow, though, and he makes the catch. And that retires the side. He hit it hard, but right at the fielder. No balls, no runs, 1 hit.
We have a score of the visiting at St. Paul Hops 0 in the
no errors, and 1 runner left. We played 8, 5-0 Irish here on Prep Spotlight TV. We go to the 9th. And Klingsporen out to attempt the complete game. 103 pitches, 72 strikes, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks. He'll face 2, 3, and 4. Lebron, Johnson, and Denny here in the top of the 9th inning. Lebron is 1 for 3. He has their only hit today. Single to left field his last time up in the 6th inning, then was thrown out trying to take second base on the same play. So he is 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts as well. Swung on and fouled away on the third base side, out of play for strike 1. Teddy Klingsporen getting a chance to finish what he started here. They do have a relief pitcher warming up. Here's the pitch. He missed. Oh, he's on the corner with that one. Excuse me. Strike 2 to Libron, and now we'll see if he can put him away. Here's the 0-2. Yep. Swing and a miss. And that's strikeout number 11 for Klingsporen.
With 1 away.
And here's Jack Johnson, the first baseman.
Jack Johnson.
0 for 2. He walked and reached third base in the 4th inning. He's grounded out and flown to right. 1 out here in the 9th. And a 5-0 game. Here's the pitch from Klingsporen, and he's on the corner with a strike. Breaking ball, which has been on the corner all day. Here's the pitch. Another breaking pitch, and that just off the plate. 1-1. Denny, the shortstop, is on deck for the Hops. Klingsporen ready, and here he comes. That is a strike called on the outside corner for 1 ball and 2 strikes. Klingsporn ready, and here he comes. Swung on and grounded foul down the first base line, and that will hold the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Left-handed batter Johnson trying to hang tough here. 2 strikes. His team needs hits and is rapidly running out of outs. Here's the 1-2, and that is hit high in the air to deep right field. Olheiser going back on it, and it is off the fence. And heading into second base, standing with a double, is Johnson. Well, he put a charge into that one. He got a breaking pitch over the plate and didn't miss it. Just about hit it out. It stopped just short of the 315 sign. And Jack Johnson is aboard the long double in the ninth, and here is Noah Denny.
Noah Denny.
Denny is 0 for 3, struck out in the 4th, flew to right in the 2nd, and flew to center in the 6th. Here's the pitch. That is up, 1 ball and no strikes. Owen Granger is on deck. Klingsporn ready. Here's his pitch. Low and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Slowed down a little bit from his earlier innings. He's over 100 pitches now, but still with quite a bit of velocity. And here's the pitch. Swung on, and that is roped down the line to left field foul, and it's going to be played by the bullpen reliever. Warming up. So a long strike there to Denny. Klingsporn ready, and here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. For strike 2, and it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Denny ready. Klingsporn ready. Here is the 2-2 delivery. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. It's off the plate, and it's 3-2. Now, Klingsporn has been on the corners all day, so that's you would look at that and say, well, is it or isn't it? And here's the 3-2 delivery from Klingsporn. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Denny strikes out. That's the 12th for Klingsporn. Second strikeout here in the 9th inning, and it'll bring up Owen Granger, the catcher. Struck out twice and bounced to the mound in the 4th inning, and they're going to have a pinch hitter for him.
Pinch hitting.
Nicolo Ciccarelli, number 1.
Nicolo Ciccarelli.
Ciccarelli, the pinch hitter for Owen Granger with 2 outs in the 9th inning. And the pitch. Upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Of course, there is a re-entry rule, so if there is a bottom of the 9th, Granger can come back out and catch. And here's the 1-0 pitch from Klingsporn. Ciccarelli swings and lifts one foul on the first base side. Paulson is over for a look. Does he have room? He does. And that ends the ball game.
And after 9
no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left, and this game is over. The Stockmen's Irish have moved on. They win it 5-0. Back with the final totals right after this.
Next Saturday, August 26th.
We're back at Palm Field. Here are the final totals for the game for Stockmen's Irish. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 12 runners on base today. St. Paul Hops, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. They left 5. Teddy Klingsborn, a winning pitcher, 9 innings, 2 hits, 12 strikeouts, 2 walks, 117 pitches, 83 strikes. Terrific performance for him. The losing pitcher for the Hops is Tommy Lentz, the starter. He went 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, walked 3, struck out 3. Brock Bromley, 3 2/3 innings of relief, and Bennett Tyson, the last 2 1/3. For the St. Paul Hops, wound up 16-7. The Irish improved to 18-2. And we're going to clean up the field here and come back with our second game. Lions Pub Warriors taking on St. Louis Park next here on Prep Spotlight TV. The 2020 Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association. It is presented by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone, and by Wings Financial. We're for people like you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at 1 o'clock for our second game here on Prep Spotlight.